Well, no time like the present. You've heard me whinge that at the moment it's sort of impossible to get. It's not impossible, it just involves going a little bit further. Impossible to get 40 by 40 millimetre constructional timber, and it's that horrible sustainable forest sort of pine sort of stuff. Very difficult to get exactly what you want at the moment. So where do you buy pieces of oak, or chêne as it's called in French? Fortunately, if you have a barn and if you have a wood fire, people say to you, do you want this? They say. Old bits of broken furniture and stuff that they should really take to the tip. Now the tip from here is about 7 miles, and one of my neighbours, Thomas, who lives there, he was replacing some kitchen units and he said, did I want them? Now he was thinking firewood. He was also thinking saves him a 14-mile round trip, and I said yes, and I threw it all in the barn, and well, it's the source for some framing timber for the shelves for the bookcase. So it saved him throwing it away, and it saved me going out and buying some. So yeah, that's a good deal all round. And it saved someone cutting down a tree, and yeah. And where it's going, it won't be seen. So I made a cup of tea, and I sat down and I drank it. And just as I was thinking about getting up and doing some work, the foreman decided that it's time to go to sleep. So I won't be able to move for another hour or so. Well, there's the bottom put in. So, next thing to do is to work out where the second shelf goes. Or we could just sit and read. I don't know how many of you know about the Book of Kells, but this is actually quite a wonderful book. Lots of words in it, but some beautiful, beautiful pictures, or plates, I suppose we should say. Yes. Evangelical symbols. Yep, all right, well, the opening words of St. Mark's Gospel. The genealogy of Christ. Yeah, okay, right. I didn't bring these to read them. I brought them to measure where the next shelf is going to go. Well, there's number 2, so let's see where the next shelf is going. Ah, dear. Right, what we got here? Alan Wicker, Wicker's War. That's actually quite a good read. Collins' Guide to English Parish Churches, edited by John Betjeman. Cheshire VC. You've all heard of Leonard Cheshire, or at least if you haven't, when you've finished watching this, go and Google Leonard Cheshire VC. Nation's favourite poems. I wonder what counts as a favourite poem. Oh, D.H. Lawrence, The Snake. Better not read that. That almost sounds like a political statement about who's in charge in England at the moment. A snake came to my water trough on a hot, hot day, and I in pyjamas for the heat to drink there. Okay. Law's Strange Cases. Opening the Scriptures, Faith Through the Year by Margaret Hebblethwaite. It's a proper name, isn't it? Laurie Lee, A Rose for Winter. Oh, this is one of those books that you pick up in charity shops and you think that'll be a good read. It is a good read, but it's dated, and of course it was published before, while things involved were still secret. Oh, John Wesley, His Conferences and His Preachers. Yeah, okay. Oh, a CD. Yes, well, that's not going in the bookcase. That will be going where I remember to chuck it in a CD player. Yeah, well, that's a discovery I'd forgotten I'd got. RAF Southend, 1940 to 1945. Many people that watch this know where Southend Airport is. If you are a pilot, you might call it EGMC. But what a lot of people forget is during the unpleasantness that was taking part between 1940 and 44, it was quite a busy place with lots of young pilots setting off from there. What's this one? Oh, The Necessity of Belief. I have read this, but a little while ago, and I can't really remember quite what it was all about. Yes. Oh, Mankind's Search for God. Ah. The Technique of Leaded Glass. That one, we'll put that with the Book of Kells. And out of this box, the Medieval Cookbook. Yeah, well, that's an eclectic gang of literature. All I wanted to do was to work out where the next shelf is going, and funnily enough, it's going roughly where I thought it was going to go. Well, I guess that counts as getting there. There are others to go in the case. A bit of a dark corner, isn't it? So how about we go? Oh, goodness. Yes, there's some interesting stuff. That is a very good read. Also a true story. Hemingway, For Whom the Bell Tolls. One day I shall sit and read that. This is a book that allows me to begin to understand some of the things that some of my friends say. Complete guide for drawing with pencils. This is a jolly good book if you like railways and if you're interested in the London Tilbury Southend Railway. And these books. I do remember buying them. They were a giveaway price. I bought them, but the amount I paid for them was such that it doesn't really count as buying. Automotive repair. Yeah, service data for Armstrong Sidleys. Very, very useful when you drive a Renault. And modern marine engineering. Now, I suppose I should look at the date, because it says it's modern. Reprinted September 1948, so just 10 years older than me. But of course, in September 1948, most ship's engineers were working with some very outdated old kit. Yeah, and a treasury of English verse. I wonder if there's something really, really good that we can we'll stick our thumb straight in. Return, Alpheus, the dread voices past that shrunk thy streams. Return, Sicilian muse, and call the vowels and bid them hither cast their bells and flowerets of 1,000 hues. Yeah, okay. That all sounds rather good. Now, I was bought this book. Somebody saw this book and for reasons, well, let's just say for reasons, thought of me. But a book with an instruction as to what to do when you've been cutting wood and screwing screws and defrosting the fridge all while we're doing this. That's always good for a laugh, isn't it? Defrosting fridges. I think that's a very good idea. Yeah. If I get some elbow grease after dinner tonight, we might clean that up a little bit. We might. Or then again, we might not. But I'm pleased with that. Pleased. And if I stand back a bit, that gives you the overall effect. Actually looks like it's been there forever, doesn't it? Which is what I wanted. I rather like the idea that someone will come in here and will look at that and just accept that it's been like that forever. If you've got absolutely nothing better to do, like, the favourite, watching paint dry or something, if you go back and look at previous videos, you will remember that it's not that long ago that this wasn't a corner of a bedroom. This was a big empty space with no ceiling, no timbers, no floor, no wall and doorway. So if I sound a little bit sort of smug and pleased with myself, well, yeah, I know I shouldn't be, but yeah, I'm chuffed with that.